It's early morning, and I'm heading out for one of the most important birding days of the year. It's the Denver Christmas bird count, and this year, I'm trying something a little bit different. This is the Denver Christmas bird count map, and it makes up 24 different zones. And this year, instead of focusing on just one zone, I'm going to focus on a few of them. I reached out to 4 different group leaders throughout the map, and they all agreed that I could stop by throughout the day with their groups to see what they're seeing. It certainly was going to make a long day for me, and my first group was group number 15, which started the morning at Mount Falcon Park looking for owls. Although I parked in the pitch dark, first light was near, and after taking in this beautiful sunrise for a few minutes, group leader Ryan DeBala got us underway looking and listening for owls.
46 degrees, partly cloudy. Started birding right after college, which makes me pretty old. So there's 4 owls we're going to survey for today. The first being northern saw-whet, which is more of a nocturnal owl, so you need to generally be out earlier than we are right now. So find crepuscular species like northern pygmy owl, which is another owl we'll survey for. And then western screech owl has been spotted along the Front Range, so we'll try for that. And then finally we'll try for great horned owl. So we start small and then we go larger, because if you start with the more dominant owl, then that's, of course, it's going to scare away the smaller owls.
We hiked about a half a mile down the trail, and then Ryan started playback for the owls. And we listened and listened. In fact, I even brought my field recorder. If there were any owl in this forest, it would pick it up. But unfortunately, we came up empty. The windy conditions certainly weren't helping the morning.
Yeah, wind is never a good thing for birds, or bird watching, birding, I should say. I'd prefer rain than wind, It's like, it's okay if it's raining, but wind, not so much. That really makes things tough.
After coming up empty at our last owl survey location, I asked Ryan on our walk back one of my tough questions I was going to ask all of the leaders. Of the 3 famous Colorado celebrity rare birds over the summer, the anhinga, the yellow grosbeak, and the wood stork, which was his personal favorite?
That is a really good question. Personally, for me, out of those 3 birds, I enjoyed the golden grosbeak the most. I mean, it's just like in amongst the ponderosa pines, you get used to seeing kind of the same colors, and all of a sudden you have this really bright bird that's in the landscape. And yeah, so
I then followed up with an even tougher question number 2 that I was going to ask all the leaders. And that was, what was your favorite bird encounter of the year?
Got really nice looks at an ornate hawk eagle in Costa Rica earlier this year, and that bird is spectacular. It's like just sort of this fierce disposition, and it's really a beautiful bird. And we got to see that flying directly overhead, and then landed in the trees not far from us, and so we got some really great looks at that. And it was a lifer for me, so I'd never seen that bird before, so that was really special. That one sticks out.
Unfortunately, my time was up with Group 15 at Mount Falcon, and I needed to get back on the move. I was heading back down to the lower elevation to Group number 8. This was Chatfield State Park. And despite the lower elevation at this location, the wind was still absolutely punishing us. Group 8 leader Joey Kellner made the executive decision to move us to a different area of the park, which should be more sheltered from the wind.
I said there was at least one loon, if not multiple loons, on the lake in the last week. One of these days we'll get a gallinule in with them. That would be fun.
Over on this side, we were still seeing a ton of American coot and some distant looks at some other ducks like this common merganser and also this common goldeneye. And while the birding was a little bit slow here under the dam at Chatfield, I decided to spring my hot take question on Joey about our Colorado rare visitors.
Coco's booby. Okay, of the 3,
Hey, that's a fair answer, yeah.
of the 3, Honestly, the most impressive is probably the wood stork because it's been 90 some odd years. Again, probably just because of rarity. It's a good bird. It's long overdue for a repeat, and it finally happened. So Dick Schottler got a big kick out of that wood stork. He went up and saw it. He's 91 years old, and it's been 91 years since a wood stork has been in the state. So he got a big kick out of it.
That was a bird of destiny.
That really was. That really was.
After seeing these bald eagles, I gave Joey his time to shine, sharing his story of finding the Coco's booby, his best encounter of the year.
And it would be the Coco's booby. That's first state record, and there's not that many inland records of Coco's booby. And I had a great encounter with it because we were all looking at it right at sunrise, and Norm went way off to the east and got some really good views, and he came back and said, oh, there's better light that way. So him, Brandon, and Steve Stahoviak went to chase the cactus wren, and so I decided, okay, I'll go off to the east and see if I can get a better light, better picture maybe. And all of a sudden the thing takes off. These two Swainson's hawks are mobbing it. They don't like this thing.
Yeah.
They don't like this thing at all. And so they're mobbing this thing, and it flies around behind me, so now it's east of me, and I'm like, I'm kneeling on the ground because I was trying to stabilize my camera, and I'm waiting for it, and I see, it disappears, and I'm waiting, and it's like, and I hear this flap of wings, and that's it. I'm looking to the right, it's like, where'd it go? Turn around, it's like 30 feet behind me on the ground. It's like, you have got to be kidding. So I turn slowly, I'm taking pictures, and then I get up, and I'm crawling like this, going around this thing, go all the way around and try to keep my distance. And it's just watching me, and then it looks around, and looks at me again, and finally to take some pictures, like, I gotta get out of here, because I don't want to be the one that says I flushed it. So I went back to the car, I took a picture of it, still sitting next to that power pole. I said, see, I left it. It was looking like that.
And to wrap up my time here with group number 8 at Chatfield, we walked along the South Platte River, hoping to find some Wilson snipes. And of course, they did find some, but it was after I left. Fortunately, making my way to the next group was easy this time, as I was literally going across the street to meet up with group number 10 here at the Denver Botanic Gardens, Chatfield Farm. As I walked the trails to meet up with the group, I couldn't help but notice how unseasonably warm it was. It sure didn't feel like Christmas. And when I found the group, they had the same sentiment.
And it probably was the warmest start that I've ever had for this area. It was 55 degrees when we started, which was pretty crazy.
And although my first two locations weren't very birdie, it sure sounded like this group was having some success.
This side, it's picking up. We just had some raptors.
Oh, good.
We had a bald eagle and some red tails. Earlier we had a Cooper's hawk. We had one kestrel.
Oh, good.
So.
As we walked past this large flock of geese, a sharp eye in our group noticed that two of them were not like the others. Can you see them? When I zoom in on the video, you'll see that these two here have distinct white faces, making them two snow geese amongst many Canada. And after we moved past the geese, things started getting really birdie. After watching this gadwall for a minute, we then walked back into a cove of trees, where we soon discovered what was my best bird of the day. After we had all spent some time with the owl, I started asking Barbara my tough questions.
Well, and maybe that's why I'm biased, because the wood stork was personally my favorite.
Gotcha.
Because that's so unusual to see here, for sure. And it hung out for a nice long time for us. So that it seemed to be okay being the celebrity, which is good. I mean, anhingas are cool, but wood storks are cooler.
The tough question really was coming up with the best bird encounter of 2025, because listen to the list of places she traveled to this year.
I will say I was very fortunate to be able to travel a lot this year.
Oh, that's good.
I was able to go to Costa Rica, Colombia, Belize, and Guatemala. So
That's tough.
it was
That's tough.
it was a pretty good birding year for me, I would say. Man, and so that makes it even harder because I got over 300 live birds this year. So that makes it super hard. I would say probably maybe because it's fresh in my mind, we got an up close look at a crane hawk in Belize, which was pretty cool. And it was it had come down, it had caught something and it was on the ground and it was feeding and it was just right there and we got great looks at it. And I had never seen one before, so
That's
much
cool.
less seeing it like,
That's a pretty good one.
yeah, like 10 feet away. And
That's some good travel.
yeah, so that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I am worn out. I am on my way to go meet up with the last group here at Morrison Park, and it's really worn me out. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun going to all the different groups and talking to all the different leaders and all the teams and just see what they've seen, and it's been really fun. But man, it's taken a lot out of me. So I just got done eating lunch, and so I'm hoping for a little recharge here, and go hit up this last group, and then might have a little break before the big compilation meeting. So yeah, last group, let's go. I made my way through the town of Morrison, not on my way to a Red Rocks show, but on my way to meet Group 16, who was led by one of my favorite DFO trip leaders, Laura Stedman.
So how's today going?
It's going great. We had a good hike and saw some good birds.
You started at Mount Falcon, right?
We did Mount Falcon. We did
that's where I started this morning.
Oh, you did the backside?
I did the other side.
Yeah. So we did
It was very windy.
windy. We had a really calm and a 3-mile hike up and downhill and
Any
decent
highlight birds so far?
We had a really nice flock of chickadees, mountain chickadees, and siskins and nuthatches. We had a creeper, all kind of in one spot. Yeah, red-breasted, white-breasted,
Nice.
tons of juncos. So
Good.
that was fun to watch. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
And after I got the lowdown on how the day had gone so far from Laura, one of the best birds in the world was actually in the creek right behind us. We started exploring a part of the park that's only accessible if you have a permit, and right away I was noticing a species in abundance that I hadn't seen all day. No, not this large novelty rooster. I'm talking about these guys, the Townsend solitaire, and they were everywhere. We watched this red-tailed hawk soar high in the sky, but once I backed off my lens a little bit, it made a pretty cool landscape shot over Red Rocks.
What's the hard question?
It's not a hard question.
The wood stork was just weird.
Very weird.
Just like, I've seen them in South Carolina before, but wood stork in Broomfield or wherever it was, it's just like, what's going on there?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah. I dipped on the yellow grosbeak multiple times though, so that one was like one that got away. Yeah. The anhinga was cool because it was just like hanging out and like close to home. And,
And it stayed there for so long.
Yeah. That was a cool one. Favorite birding encounter of the year. We camped at Trinidad Lake State Park. I think that was in like March or something, and we went hiking and saw a whole bunch of pinion jays, and they just kind of followed us around while we were hiking.
That's cool.
I like pinion
That's a
jays,
cool
so
encounter.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
I
cool.
like that answer,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something crazy.
I know, they're fun.
That's good.
We made our way back to the parking lot, and look who was over here still dipping. To cap off my sunrise to now sunset birding day, I went out to Chatfield Reservoir for the compilation meeting, where all the groups gather and go over what they found for the day.
Hopefully everybody had at least a couple nice birds or whatnot in your area. Every year's different, which makes it always kind of fun to see how things pan out year to year.
And yes, you probably recognize this guy from earlier in the video. Joey Kellner not only is a group leader, but he's the one who puts this whole bird count together, coordinates it, and then submits all of the compilation results.
So the compilation format is this way. We'll hit category 1, which is birds seen on 100% of all counts. So every single count for the last 70, plus then this year 71. And then we'll go to category 2, all the way down to the birds basically seen on less than 10% of all counts.
We knocked out all of the common birds, which we went 40 for 40.
Okay, gadwall, American widgeon, mallard, green-winged teal.
And it's always fascinating to me to see some of the unusual misses as well.
Now, ferruginous hawk. Silence speaks volumes. Merlin. Silence speaks more volume. Short-eared owl. That's been seen only 8 times, 8 counts.
But of course, every year there's also some really good finds.
Surf scoter. It's there. It's still there. American three-toed woodpecker. 6 times it's been seen. 2 of them were seen today in the Deer Creek Canyon open space. Kathy Mem Dunning hiked all those trails.
To wrap the meeting up, we were then told that there were 2 brand new species that had never been seen on any Denver Christmas bird count before. We added a late Hammond's flycatcher and then also a sandhill crane. Oh no, the video's not over? Nope, the video's not over. You get me at the end too, so sorry about that. If you're still hanging around, I mostly just wanted to jump in here at the end to say happy holidays to everyone, and just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's watched videos throughout the year on the channel. It's been awesome. That I know we've had a little recent bump with that OM video, which I don't get views like that on my channel, or at least like that. It was very surprising to me, but was a really fun way to end the year with a banger video there. Yeah, I just never in a million years thought that video would do as well as it did. So welcome to all the people who have been around. And yes, this entire video, all the bird footage was shot on the OM with the 50-200. Man, the video on that, the stabilization, that was so good. So I'm really enjoying that. And the next video coming up here in about a week is going to be more with the OM. So there's more coming. But yeah, I just wanted to say again, thank you to everyone for the year, and hope everyone has a great holiday. I had someone ask me, well, what was your personal favorite of the 3 sort of rare birds throughout the summer, the big ones? Of course, Joey brought up the Coco's booby, which was another big one, but I didn't feel like it was as sort of like mainstream as the other 3. So for me, I think I enjoyed the yellow grosbeak the most, the anhinga second, and then the wood stork third. What was my favorite bird encounter of the year? Well, if you had watched my shorts that I've put out over the past week, I put out my top 5 sort of just wildlife encounters of the year. And number 1 was that Montezuma quail down in Arizona that day in Miller Canyon. So that is probably my number 1. Of course, the Ecuador trip I did in January was just full of, I could do a top 20 birds from that trip. But I had put the long-wattled umbrella bird was just such a unique bird. And the adventure that day to go see them was awesome. And then I also thought about the Andean condors that first day I was there, just having them flying overhead and just being like, wow, those are Indian condors, was really cool. And the gray-breasted mountain toucan on when it finally came in during the rainy day on that part of my series. So those are probably my favorite encounters of the year, bird-wise. So yeah, it's a pretty good year. Coming up, January, I've got a couple of things I'm going to go out and shoot in January, but my main focus is really on Panama, which is I will be there from February 1st to the 14th, so 2 weeks. And then when I get home from that trip, I'll begin editing that series out right away. So lots of big things coming up. I've got some spring projects already in mind too. We're going to be traveling around Colorado to see some good birds, I think. So lots of stuff coming up. So again, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas bird count. Always a fun day out there. And huge shout out to all the team leaders of the groups who agreed to be in the video and let me come join them. I had a blast, and thank you for all of your contributions to the video and to the bird count in general. So anyways, enough out of me. Happy holidays. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.